skins challenge at the Thornleigh mini golf on the Palms course. Big Nathan starting off as he means to go on with a nice easy one down the first. Not as easy as it looks, that hole, but that's a pretty decent way to get going. Skins format here, so what we're looking for is an outright winner or the money goes on to the next hole.
And there's Scott. Oh, and the first hole's tied. Great effort, Scott Clancy. Move on to the next, boys. Next hole's worth 200.
And this one has a little bit of curve. There's more than one way to play it, but the pros tend to like to go for the more direct route across the corner of the carpet with a little bit of break at the end. Surely not another one.
Oh, how could you leave it short for 200, big fella? It must have got caught in his hem. Scotty Clancy.
Looks pretty good. Straight in.
That should be good enough for 200, wouldn't you think, Jace?
I think so. This is not as easy as it looks. It looks fairly straight, but there's a bit of quick break to the left as the ball comes in towards the hole from the downhill section.
Oh, gave it a run, Lee. You can't be short for 200.
Just hit it through the break, maybe. It sometimes comes from that side, but you've got to get the pace almost dead on for it to take it.
And he's the reigning Australian champion.
Looks good.
Oh, low side. So there's Scotty Clancy. Starts 1-1 and he's $200 up. Well done.
I think he would have been absolutely delighted with that start. 2 1s at any time on this course is pretty good, but 2 1s to start off with.
Awesome.
There we go. So a little step up on the third hole between the two little logs, and if you're not careful here and it goes a little to the left, there's a big runoff into the water.
Scotty obviously of the honour, winning the first 2 holes, missing that low side. Good too.
Yeah, nerves of steel right there.
Big Nate. Oh, geez, that is a good putt on that hole. You do struggle to get that one close.
Absolutely. Got to take care over these short ones. They look like tap-ins, but any amount of pace too much, the ball's going to spin out off the edge, so you've got to make sure you've got the pace and the centre.
The 2016-17 Australian Open winner, Allan Cox. What a good lift out there. Oh.
Call the police, there's a robbery just taken place.
That is a good 360, that one. Nice half too.
He's taking care of his knees there as well with a little suction cup on the end. That's
yeah.
Only the pros do that. So for 100 outrights.
Oh, good putt.
Oh, couldn't have been much closer.
So the 4th hole is worth 200.
Now, to any of you regular mini golfers, this will be one that you would fancy through the gap under the stone.
Pretty straight, just breaks slightly left to right. Left foot putt, good pace. Wouldn't be happy with that one, Jace, would you?
I don't think so, no. It's going to be tricky on the way home. But well tidied up. Really important. You'd be surprised if one of these boys didn't make this one. Of the holes on the course, this is the one that many people think is the easiest.
Oh, Nate.
There you go.
I'm glad Nathan walked around that rock. If he ever stepped on it, we might lose that one. Oh, Cox hits it solid. Oh, and hits the lip again. Pace kills, eh?
Yep, not much goes in if it's moving too fast.
Right, it's hitting concrete, not hitting earth. Where on the golf course, you can ram it in, hits the earth and it'll fall. When it's in the concrete, it won't suck it in.
So for the half.
Another chance.
No.
Could have sort
on the board.
reigning Australian Open champion Brent Thomas, not looking like winning the hole yet.
Maybe it's that big $1,800 prize fund that's just putting him off a little bit.
Well, we can see where he's invested it.
Missed to the high side.
At the bar of Corinda Waters, by looks of it.
Yeah. So trying the route here off the back bricks. Firm pace, looking for a rebound.
Oh no, just up the side, just try and brush the concrete. Straight in this one. No rebounds there, just try and just miss the bricks. And just straight in up the slope this one. Be careful where the people teed up. You see Allan Cox gets teed up on the far left hand side. And he's just going to try and miss the bricks first. Comes off the slope off the left. Like that. And way too much pace. Bit out of sorts there with his pace the last 3 holes. The 2016-17 champion.
Well, been seen to be experimenting with a different putter over the last few weeks, and it may not stay in the bag forever. Who knows?
Oh yeah, yeah. They get 250, 300 front.
The reigning Australian Open champion, Brent Thomas. That's the one. Again. Greens are very quick this afternoon in this heat, so they don't have too much pace. So the 6th hole is now worth $200.
So off the side wall, this is definitely one you have to try and either catch the ridge on the right-hand side or bounce off the bricks.
Yeah, this is, you've got to pick the right brick here, hit it up the right side of the rock, work it off the brick and it's straight in. So all your punters out there, watch closely how to make a 1 round here and get your own skins game going. Bring your mates out and come play even $1 a hole. Come play for $10 for the match, it's great fun.
Oh, a nice putt under pressure. Use the 1 putter head length movement away from the bricks. And Cox has got it, maybe. Oh.
Better pace though.
Absolutely. Could be a force later on.
We know if we get that pace right.
Casual too.
There's already 2 twos. What do you make of the pink with the orange? I would have gone for a stripe number instead.
Takes a brave man to wear an outfit like that.
That's it.
So it keeps rolling over. On to 7 for 300.
Tough one, this one. Can never really make this direct. I feel my best chance is to bounce it in off the back brick. As they have here. Oh, good one. Great pace. See the pace of Nathan there. You good players out there realise you've got to get the right pace when you're putting. Get your line and then think about your pace. That's all it is.
You
see how they're turned up the left side here, Jace?
Absolutely.
That angle.
The angle gives you the chance. If you get yourself on the wrong angle at the start, then these holes become almost impossible. Mr. Ty with a 2. Taking his time. Nice.
He's good on those.
That's a good putt.
Oh, Scotty, he's solid on those 3 and 4 footers. That's a tough putt there.
I've seen a lot of people make 3 and 4 from that.
That's why Cox has got those right pants on, so we don't lose him in the garden. See, he's stepping in the garden there. Oh, it's strong again. Very excited.
It's out of that. He was trying to match his shoes with his golf ball.
See, there's another player. Australian champion, Brent Thomas. Well, he's given that a whack. Doesn't want to be short. Okay, so that was tied in 2s by the first 2 players. So $400 is the 8th hole.
And this is the beauty of the skins contest. This is what it's all about. Keep tying, building the pot. 1 good hole.
Oh, Nathan's left it short in the guts for 400. eighth hole's a hole that you'd be keen on making a one. Just hit it straight at the rock, nice pace off the slope of the rock. You don't want to hit the rock, just get it halfway up the upslope and it feeds down towards the hole. Yeah.
Never really got it high enough against the rock. I mean, caught the low point of the slope and it went through the break.
Just looks like a guy short of a few rounds around here, Scott. He doesn't play here as much as the other boys. Just taking some poor lines. Solid with those putts again. I'll be expecting the 2016-17 Australian Open champion, plus the reigning New Zealand Open champion. I believe he's out there practicing all day while the Kiwis are over in the paddocks. And gives that a chance. Oh, for 400. Picks it up because the first two players have made two. Move on with the skins. Here goes Brent. Always too hard.
Yeah.
You know, a bit excitable there, Brent. He's got his head coming up a bit quick.
So nearly at the halfway mark, and we're now playing for 500. This up 3 tiers, and this will be one that the pros will be fancying.
Oh, okay. It didn't come back. It's a tricky this one. You could try and get the right pace and get it in, but if you don't get the pace, the ball, you risk the ball coming back to your feet. So you'll see. At this point, they want to get it there, so they're going to get it up, hit the back brick, the square brick, just left the hole and bounce it in the hole. So, see a little bit more pace.
And there is always a tiny bit of luck of the draw when you catch the bricks. Could go anywhere. You might pick the right one and get the wrong bounce, or hit the wrong one and get the right bounce.
You see there, Scotty got a sharp edge and sent it sideways. Well, first one he's missed it.
Well, that means the pressure's on one of the other two boys to at least make the two. You wouldn't want to give one away at this point in time.
You see where Allan sort of moves to the right side here. I like to putt it from where his foot is, and I aim at the brick left of the hole. Oh, this is good. Oh, and this is the... See where your pace is going to be good. Now he's putting, playing three. Got to hold this. And Nathan's feeling real good about himself sitting up there too.
Absolutely.
There's a 3 and a 4 in.
It's a good job it wasn't a stroke play. He could have been there for a couple of hours.
Well, that's right. And Brent's got to get his pace good here because he wants to tie Big Nate here. He'll take the one. Oh, this is a good line here. Oh. You see how it breaks there.
Well, here's the first really important putt, this to keep it going.
Yeah.
There's a steal. Great putt.
There's a steal for this reigning Australian Open champion, Brent Thomas from Corinda Waters.
On to 10, next to the top of the rock. For those of you who watched the YouTube videos from the original Top of the Rock broadcast.
Oh, nice try there, good pace from Nate. Got a pretty straight putt here for 2. This is another hole where 2 could win it. Rarely see a 1 on this hole. Bit of luck involved coming off the brick.
Yeah, it's pretty much impossible to dribble it to the top of the hill and let it fall down and catch it in. You've really got to use the back bricks if you're going to make it for a 1. Oh, and that's a really wicked bounce, but then a good bounce later on. That's exactly how it can go. First bounce goes sideways, it's running around the edge and manages to catch the edge, come out, and nicely tapped in. So a little bit of pressure off now for the boys here. Just go straight for the 1, 2-2's already made. Up, over and down. And that's a pretty cruel bounce. So left to Cox. He would have made this putt 100 times in practice. without any question. Knows exactly where to go. Knows the course better than the man who built it. But you still have to get a bit of luck in this game, and that one's come off the edge, gone out sideways. And we move on. 700. It's building up. Somebody is going to take an awful lot of money for one good putt. So off the Cooch and onto the Kikuyu. Different surface for this hole.
Yes, the new hole. A little bit slower this. No, you don't always have to try and on. You can hit it down the creek and come in off the log and over one.
Well, it's a strong putt.
Nerves are starting to go now. $700. And don't forget, if you want to join the boys, they're here on a Sunday morning. Come and play. Oh, want to play for this sort of money? I'll tell you a good way to improve your putting skills. Play for your own money. Lee Trevino had a putt to win the US Open. Said, Lee, that must have been hard to hold that. He said, not as hard as the putt over for $100 when I had nothing. Play for your own money. Oh.
It's a good rebound, but it needed more pace. The slower surface on this hole. You can be plenty aggressive off the back bricks.
Nearly revised the days of Nicholas and Palmer and that playing the skins in the desert, really, isn't it? Playing for all that big money years ago.
So here we go, 12th hole, $800.
Wow, there's some sweaty palms here. Now this is a tricky hole, folks. You watch how these good players play this hole.
Just slide it past the rock on the inside side and then let gravity fall it down.
Dribble, dribble, dribble. Oh.
Almost like the 16th at Augusta. On the top of the hill, get it in the right place and let gravity be your friend.
Yeah.
This has got to be a good chance for a one. I think this is a good chance of a hole.
And here comes Brent.
Ooh, nearly caught the rock instead. It's only just got going.
Slow. Look at this. In for $800. Oh, Scotty's seen that and he's going to try and replicate that.
There's a fist bump. There's the first fist bump we've seen on the move.
No, that is not good. Scotty behind it. Oh, that doesn't really matter now though. It's up to Coxie now.
Well, if there was any man you wanted to make it, to keep it going, this would be the guy.
Do you think it's going to break more to the right here? You know why he missed to the right? Because Nathan and Brent were standing over that side. It had to break that way, wouldn't it? See? You get those two over there, there's a bit of change in the break. Well done. $800 to beat Brent. Oh, comes back with another great putt.
Well, for those who are still penniless in the tournament, there's still money to be won. Nobody wants to leave today with a big fat zero. Two twos. It's all down to the boys at the back. Can either one of them steal a one down the hill? 3 levels on this one, so you have to take one brick in the middle section, bounce it off the back. Plenty of pace, get a rebound. Right idea.
From there.
Yep.
And go. All square there. Move on to the next.
So hole 14. This is a really, really straightforward looking hole. You've got to take a stance on the right side of the tee, play with a little pace, come off the backboard.
Yeah. To hold it, Nathan loves this.
Gonna go from there.
Oh, and a big fella like you leaving it 2 inches short.
Oh, jeez.
Would have been straight into the bunker cafe afterwards for a large latte.
Yeah.
Probably a cake as well, in fairness. Off the slope.
Too low. You've got to give up higher.
Yeah, it always comes down a bit more than you think, doesn't it?
Yeah. And the rebound and it's moving that way. Allan Cox sitting on a duck egg at the moment, Jace. He'd be starting to doubt himself, but we know how good he'd come back. Oh, that's way too low as well.
I don't think any of us would have predicted this at the start of play.
No.
He was the favourite going into this event. Plays more round of golf, plays more round of mini golf here than Thornleigh Macca's selling large fries in a week. Oh!
Oh! And the fist pump.
Oh, he's off.
Yeah. He's off to the next, or he's off to Macca's.
Well, with 100 in his pocket, he's going to have a good time at lunch. This is almost a par 5. This is a tricky one. Round, round, round. Oh!
It's a good effort there. Anyone plays this hole. It's not one that I can make a one on regularly. Breaks a little bit of this up against the slope. Yeah, he knows that putt. As you see, an uphill putt's always easier than a downhill putt, folks.
Got to follow the slope all the way around the left-hand side and just feel the pace.
Going down off the banking. Gets it high enough. Does it feed down? Does it feed down? Ah!
Just needed a little bit more toast. That was all.
Yeah. Pretty good putt there. You get up that high side, most people leave it low. He certainly knows what he's doing. And Scotty Clancy want to make a move here. Yeah, that's where I usually go too, Scott, on the low side.
Generally, you 3-putt from there as well.
There we go. There's good orange shorts, we can see him amongst that foliage here.
Yeah.
Interesting how he gets on the right side here, Jason. To get against the slope.
Coming around
and finish the low side. I like to get on the left-hand side and hit more with the slope.
Well, it's all a matter of perspective, but as we come towards the end here, the last few dollars.
Holes here to make a one.
Yeah. Got to take a jump off this one over the water, off the bricks on the far side. This one's got a little bit more braking than maybe you think. Oh, well tidied up from the big fella.
Nice two. Keep in it.
Certainly not giving that hole away.
Tournament leader, Brent Thomas. Over the water, nice pace. Around the bricks. And leaves himself an easy uphill putt for 2.
Yeah, you'd expect a player of this calibre to just knock this one straight in.
Yeah, not your typical putting style. He doesn't get his eyes over the ball. They're well inside, aren't they?
Trying to emulate the Phil Mickelson style.
There's another great putt. It's not hard enough.
Can Cox break the duck?
Well, you know, he needs a one coming in. He's got 3 holes left. He can't be short. He needs a one. A nice try. Don't know if they do nudie runs in this chase, if you end up with a duck's egg.
I don't think anybody wants to see that, Steve. Let's make sure we put that in the local rules for next year.
Oh.
Surely hasn't managed to leave it up on the top.
Oh, it's horrendous.
Oh.
Can't do that.
And almost doesn't even try with the next one.
No.
Flippantly knocking it down. This is going to be 3 at least. It's quite tiring though. These boys have been out there all of about 15-20 minutes, haven't they, you know? Probably ready for a bit of refreshment, in fairness to them.
It's a long time between a can and Coke, no? Alright, here's Brent. So the key is run it up the left bricks and get in at just the right bounce, perfect. See how the ball hugged the bricks all the way around? It's always going to come down a little bit too quick But if you get a good bounce back, you've got a good chance of the 2. And the 2 can win this hole. Brent's thinking, I've got to make this. Right in front of the hole here, it just breaks. It's not easy. Now, hits the right lip and goes past.
That's not in either.
No. Okay.
Tidy's up for 3.
So there's 3 to beat. Oh, Scotty, what's he done?
Surely not another one left out there.
Oh
no, it's making its way around.
We've left him a difficult putt for 2. Okay, and this one just goes left at the hole, I think. Looks straight. Yeah, the left lip.
So,
You might look at this and look at what he's doing, Scotty. His head's come up big.
oh, look at the bounce. Cox is absolutely wordless. Look at him.
Gets up there. No,
He is headless.
2 to win, and he does that.
He's just given away the chance. Surely there's no way he can come back from here. We're going to be replaying the hole again.
He's got good pace on it.
No!
He makes it 2. He steals the money from the boys.
Oh, is that a look of triumph or just...
Talk about going at 100 miles an hour.
There you go. Off the mark, and we don't have a 0 on the board.
No nudie runs. Thank God.
There you go. So 18 off the edge.
Great effort. Oh, he's really hold another one. He's blowing up the luck.
Absolutely. As we like to say around here, following the comments of the famous darts commentator Sid Waddell all those years ago with Jockey Wilson, these men are trained athletes.
Yep.
They are going to fight it out for the last 100. Is anybody going to take it out on the final hole? Or are we going into extra time?
Would you say that to be a good putter you need good lower centre of gravity?
Well,
Oh, what a great one.
the evidence certainly seems to suggest so, Steve.
Well, Brent Thomas, reigning Australian Open champion, makes a 1 up the last, eh? The cream comes to the top.
So this to carry it on, or we are done?
Oh, good putt, Scotty, bad luck.
No Cinderella story there. It's all over, boys.
There's the results. $900 to Brent, $200 to Scotty, $400 to Big Nath, and $300 to Allan Cox. What a great morning out here at the Thornleigh Palms Mini Golf Course. And if you want to join the boys, just come and see us and get into our skins games.